Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. Today, we'll be talking about Bitfarms. I believe this will be one of the most profitable stocks in the next 2 to 3 years, simply because Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are now making headwinds inside of organizations, inside of Fortune 500 companies, and of course, inside of technology. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. So Bitfarms actually became public this year, June 21st. Now, so far, Bitfarms has been up 49, let's just say 50% in the past year. In the past 3 months, Bitfarms should have been three and a quarter. Past a month or so, we have, and my computer is running absolutely slow this morning for whatever reason, but we'll bear with it. It's been down 30%, okay? Down 30% in the past week. You see my computer is lagging here. Please bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, down 16%. And then today, I believe that it's slightly down as well. Let's see, yeah. Right now, it's in the aftermarket is around about 4%, okay? Now, let's look at this. Let's look at this very, very differently. Give me 1 second. All right, as we're looking at Bitfarms, ladies and gentlemen, we see that it came out at $4 per share, and we see in the past year it's already increased $2 per share. So that's very significant for a stock that's trending. Now, it says here that Bitfarms owns and operates blockchain farms that power the global decentralized financial economy. It provides computing power to cryptocurrency networks such as Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Dash, earning fees from each network for securing and processing transaction. The company was founded on October 11th, 2018, is headquartered in Toronto, Canada. The listed name for Bitfarms is BitF, okay? This for short. Let's see here. What else do they have? Their market capitalization is $1 billion. Now, essentially, when we talk about market capitalization, what they're saying is, when we talk about market capitalization, is this is how much you would need in order to buy this company. So that's kind of essentially the value of the company, okay, if you guys didn't know that already. Now, they've only been out a year, well, 6 months rather. They came out in June, so there's not too much to see there. And other companies in competition with them are Hut 8 Mining. If you guys are into Bitfarms or cryptocurrency mining, you know about Hut 8 Mining. They're pretty big as well. Hive Blockchain, Riot Blockchain, and Marathon Digital. Some of these I went over when I was talking about the metaverse on Wednesday. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the cryptocurrency network, some of you are asking, well, where are this cryptocurrency stored at? Where are these Bitcoins and Ethereum networks? They're located and stored in Bitfarms with like the highest, encryption that you can possibly think of. I think now to the public, the highest encryption is around 256 bit. I'm pretty sure these cryptocurrency farms, these Bitfarms, they're around 512 to probably a gigabyte of encryption, which is astronomically. We can't even fathom that much security around a digital asset, but that's where they are. Now, let me jump the gun here. I just want to show you this picture really quickly. Now, this is inside a facility where they're storing cryptocurrencies, okay? They're mining and they're storing cryptocurrencies. To you, that doesn't really look like anything, okay? But I'm going to get into the review even more so you understand what I'm getting at, okay? So let me show you some of the predictions over here at Yahoo Finance. We kind of see the trajectory that this stock has been on, and now it's up to $5.81, around $6 per share. And you see their performance outlook. They have anywhere from 2 weeks to 9 months that is going to be going down, and the long term is going to be moving sideways. Let's move right along. We're over here at Wall Street Zen. This is a good site for you guys to do some of your analytics and some of your research on some of your stocks, okay? Now, and I like the way they've done here. It said, should I buy or sell Bitfarms? It said strong buy. The current analyst forecast has it kind of going up on a first quarter of 2022 at $7.65, and then selling down back here around 581, and then an upward trajectory throughout the rest of the year around $10 per share. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, at $6 per share, you guys can go ahead and get in on a profit of $4 according to the predictions here. Now we see the minimum, the average, and the max forecast is $10. But I think that this stock is going to do a lot better than that. I think they're calling this one too short, in my opinion. Now we're looking at all the analysts here. We're talking about the market, the industry, the company, and don't forget, we have to understand that when it comes to cryptocurrencies, and the things that support the cryptocurrency networks, that this is an entire infrastructure. Okay, and let me kind of give you guys a clearer picture of what I'm referring to. When you guys are thinking about electric vehicle, the first thing you're thinking about, okay, where am I charge this darn thing at? That's what you're thinking, right? And so we know companies like Tesla, we know companies like Lucid Air and other electric vehicle car companies in America, that they're building this network of supercharging stations where you can drive essentially from California to New York. Those are the two destinations they use. Like, can I drive from California to New York and charge up a couple of times less than 30 minutes? All right. That's why they call them superchargers, because usually you can charge up 50% or more of your battery, your electric vehicle, in 30 minutes or less, which is still a long time when you compare to, you know, your gas guzzlers out there. And I have a gas guzzler too. That it takes like 3 to 5 minutes tops. Okay. Unless you have some big pickup truck or something. Think about cryptocurrency in the same manner. Think about all the digital assets that you guys are accumulating in your portfolios. We do have a Robinhood with cryptocurrency, WeBull with cryptocurrencies, crypto.com cryptocurrencies, Coinbase cryptocurrency, CoinDesk cryptocurrencies. It doesn't matter where you hold your cryptocurrency. It could be in Trust Wallet or Xeron or Uphold. I mean, there's so many out there, but there's an infrastructure that's being built in order to house these digital assets. And the number one thing that you want for anything is your security. So Bitfarms and Hut 8 Mining, companies like this are doing the work. They are building the infrastructures. So I remember, I'm from Washington, D.C., growing up in certain places, and I used to go, I used to live in Southeast D.C., so we had some warehouses, even in Baltimore, which is Maryland. They have some warehouses all emptied out. Start looking for these companies to move inside a lot of these empty warehouses, because the only thing they need is air conditioning and electricity. That's it. They're going to put all the equipment in there, and they're going to house hundreds and thousands of all these advanced all these advanced machineries to house and store cryptocurrencies. Okay, so I just kind of want you to understand the entire infrastructure and what you're investing in and how this is going to blow up. The same way the metaverse is going to blow up with other people investing inside of it. So are Bitfarms and Hut 8 Mining, people who actually mine cryptocurrencies. Because we're going to get into some of this information. I think that is going to blow you away. Now, here's the company Bitfarms. Here's their website. Some of this you may not truly understand, but I kind of just want you to grasp just a little bit of it, okay? So it says here that Bitfarms operates blockchain computing centers that power the global decentralized financial economy. Bitfarms provides computing power to cryptocurrency networks such as Bitcoin, earning fees from each network for securing and processing transactions. Powered by clean and competitive price hydroelectricity, Bitfarms operates 5 facilities in Quebec, Canada. Now, automatically, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been listening to me for more than 3 or 4 months, soon as I said hydroelectricity, what stock were you thinking about? Plug Power. That's the stock that right off the top, you should be thinking, okay, wait a minute. This company is mining cryptocurrency. They're mining Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum, right? And Litecoin. And they're using hydroelectricity. What companies actually deals with hydroelectricity? Plug Power. So these are the things that you guys have to put together in order to make your investment. See, I like to make investments that make sense. I like to make investments that sort of connect each other in this sort of a technology ecosystem. And I like things that just make sense. This is not really hard information for you to grasp, but I need for you to connect the dots in order for you to make a well-educated investing decision. Now, let's look at this as well. I'm going to blow this up for you guys. Now, does Bitfarms hold Bitcoin? It says Bitfarms, a Canadian Bitcoin mining company, said it produced 38% more Bitcoin in the third quarter than it did in the second quarter as new mining equipment was installed. The company had deposited 2,312 Bitcoins into its custody. That's about 96% of its 2021 production. Let's move on. How much Bitcoin does Bitfarms? It said it mined 2,407 Bitcoins in the first 9 months of 2021. It deposited 2,300 Bitcoin into custody through September 30th, 21, representing approximately 90% of Bitcoin production with a total value of approximately 100 million based on a Bitcoin price of $43,000. They have made $100 million in 9 months just by simply mining Bitcoin. Okay. It says does Bitfarms mine Ethereum? It said as a blockchain technology company, the company provides computing power to cryptocurrency networks such as Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Dash. These are very, very important. So let's get back to this story here. It says that the construction is scheduled to be completed in phase during the first and second quarter of 2022 and will accommodate about 21,000 new miners, according to a statement. The miners will use existing hydropower contracts at an average cost of 4 cents per kilowatt per hour and help with the company's goal of achieving 3 Ethereum mining power by the end of the first quarter of 2022. By the end of 22. See, the whole terminology that it takes money to make money comes when it's talking about cryptocurrency mining. And essentially, if you can get this equipment for free, then you can essentially make money for free in the cryptocurrency. Now, some people believe that buying a couple of few computers that you can mine Bitcoin, which is possible, but these companies right here, they're going all in. They have million and billion dollar investors that essentially are purchasing these facilities and installing these large air conditioning units, because we're talking about without air conditioning, these units will make the facility's temperature around 500 degrees because all of this computing power, all this electricity that's being spent. You should see the power cables in these buildings. Now, I'm going to show you a picture here. I'm going to show you different pictures so you can grasp what I'm talking about, because I've been in one of these buildings before quite some time ago. Let me show you what I'm talking about here, family. These are Bitfarms. These are Bitcoin mining facilities, right? Look at this, family. These are all computers in some form of fashion that they're just mining cryptocurrencies all over the place. They have technicians, and this is why, and this is kind of a one-off. This is why you, your children, your family should be understanding coding and databases, because this is all this is about. See, digital assets, just think about if you knew a little bit about computers, and I'm not talking about hardware, I'm talking about software. Hardware, you can understand that because they're dealing with hardware as well, but this is Bitfarms at its best, okay? We're talking about Bitcoin / cryptocurrency mining facilities. Look at all of these large facilities and all these mining equipment, which is just computers with large fans and air conditioning. Look at all of this, family. Let me just blow this up for you guys. Look at this. This is all over the place. These are just CPUs connected to CPUs, connected to fans, connected to CPUs. And look at all these plugs. I want to show you this because when you look at this, family, you should also be thinking about who are the companies that's making the machinery. I look at everything as an investment. Think about that. Look at everything as an investment. I'm showing you about a company, Bitfarms, that this particular picture right here that you see right here, these guys are wearing Bitfarms shirts, and they have I think about 5 or 6 facilities in Canada, and I think they just opened one up in Washington State. So now they're in the US and Canada. But look how tall these are with all the different rows and columns of all these computer. I mean, it's astronomical what they're doing just to mine cryptocurrencies. Mainly Bitcoin and Ethereum, because we understand, again, I'm always hard on Ethereum. It's one of the most important cryptocurrencies in the cryptocurrency space. Now, here's some other pictures I just want to show you guys so you grasp what I'm talking about. I'm just going to scroll here again. These guys are just mining cryptocurrencies. They're probably Wi-Fi or they're tethered into an intranet inside the warehouse. But these are these huge warehouses that are storing all this computer power for them to mine cryptocurrencies. That's it. And these are large fans to cool, and they have AC because this is so much electricity that are running through these buildings each and every day. This is very important. This is very important. And so the reason why I like to give you this back information is so you totally understand the investments that you're putting your money into. So with that being said, let me go ahead and make me a quick investment. I'll show you what I'm dealing with over here. Make me a quick investment. It just dropped down to 4 cents at $6 even. So I'm gonna go ahead and invest my entire $200 buying power on this one. Okay. Done and done. Let's look at my shares here very quickly. Oh, it's post-market. So that will take place once the market is open, 8:30 Central Standard Time. Okay. All right. Let me look at some other things here, family. We already answered your questions. And I want to give you, this is hard for me to say, but I got some newfound respect for Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson / Ocho Cinco, because a subscriber of mine, he sends me a lot of financial information, which I absolutely love. It actually kind of helps me to create some of my videos. So big thumbs up to him. His name forgets me, so I do apologize. He knows who he is. But nonetheless, I want to show you these two quick videos that he sent me from Chad Johnson. I never really thought about it like this, but I knew this because I always tell you, like, the most shirts you see me wearing here live are Gap shirts. They're like 10, 15 bucks. I don't pay a lot to look good. You don't have to, right? All this name brand and things popularizing. You just spend all your money on bull crap, okay? But anyway, here's a message from Chad Johnson. I'm kind of slow to say that, but anyway, here we go. He says, a watch is $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. Time is free. So why am I paying for it? Listen up, family. Listen up. Let me make sure that, give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. I want to make sure that the sound is on. All right, here we go.
So once money came, you know, I'm always preaching about being cheap with the jewelry and the watches. I know I talked to you before about never really buying anything real. Everything was always replica. Nothing was ever real. As far as, yeah, always. Like, small example, people would always ask, even current athletes today, like, is it serious, some of the stuff that I've seen documented, is it true that you bought everything replica and it wasn't real? I say, yeah, there was no point because the women have already done their Googles. So there's really no need and there's nobody to impress. I can get the same, like Hard Knocks, where I got my earrings from Claire's.
Yeah, I remember that.
With a black card. And the whole message was, I'm still rich, I'm still me, I don't really need it. Who am I trying to impress?
Yeah.
Watches, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. What time is it real quick?
10 o'clock.
How much that cost?
Nothing.
Time is free. So why am I paying for it? What's the point? You already got money.
To impress people.
Rappers different. They have an, I don't, because I'm old.
But they also get the fake diamonds. They also get the fake.
Me. So once money came, you know.
Okay. I'm gonna let you guys watch that one more time. He is speaking straight game. Okay, this guy is speaking some straight knowledge and wisdom for you guys to understand about. He's basically saying all the stuff that people saw him have back in the day when he was a football player, they was replicas. They were fakes. He never wore anything real. Listen up. I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna play the second one very quickly.
I'm always preaching about being cheap with the jewelry and the watches. I know I talked to you before about never really buying anything real. Everything was always replica. Nothing was ever real. As far as, yeah, always. Like, small example, people would always ask, even current athletes today, like, is it serious, some of the stuff that I've seen documented, is it true that you bought everything replica and it wasn't real? I say, yeah, there was no point because the women have already done their Googles. So there's really no need and there's nobody to impress. I can get the same, like Hard Knocks, where I got my earrings from Claire's.
Yeah, I remember that.
With a black card. And the whole message was, I'm still rich, I'm still me, I don't really need it. Who am I trying to impress?
Yeah.
Watches, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. What time is it real quick?
10 o'clock.
How much that cost?
Nothing.
Time is free. So why am I paying for it? What's the point? You already got money.
To impress people.
Rappers different. They have an image to uphold, but I don't because I'm Ocho.
But they also get the fake diamonds. They also get the fake
me. So once money can.
too.
But I'm Ocho. I got to a point in my career, money-wise, I was trying to think of something that I could buy that was bigger than my name alone. What? Nothing.
Too.
But
same thing.
Okay, so that's very important what this brother is speaking about. He said, I try to find something to buy that's bigger than my name alone. He said there was nothing. And before that, he said he was trying to tell people the power of being cheap. He said, you're already famous. They already know you're rich. You don't need to go out and spend all of your damn money. Where am I getting at with this video? We know we're talking about Bitfarms, but I want to take this somewhere else because I believe that's important during this time. We're always trying to buy things to make ourselves feel more important, family. Let me tell you something. Your job, your business, whether you be an entrepreneur or you're on the job, none of that is guaranteed. None of that is guaranteed. Your boss can come to you and say that we're laying off, okay? We're laying off all of you. We don't have the money. We don't have the insurance to cover any of our employees anymore. That we can essentially fire all of you, okay? Because we're going in bankruptcy. And that's why I always teach people the power of investing and saving their money, because this is the one thing that you can do on your own, because your job, your health, your none of this is promised in our lives. But we feel as though that we can blow and spend our money on frivolous things and believe that the money that we're receiving is going to be guaranteed every 2 weeks or every month. This is absolutely false. Let me show you guys the story that's been trending around and has become viral around the social media markets. And I believe a lot of you guys know what I'm getting at, that this CEO, he fired 900 people on a Zoom call, okay? This guy from better.com. I never heard of the website before, but 900 people, he fired them prior to the holidays. Let's look at this story very quickly. Better.com CEO fires 900 employees over Zoom call. He didn't want to do it in person. Of course not. He would have a lot of backlash. Let's see. Let's look at this very quickly. Let's look at this.
I come to you with not great news. I come to you with not great news.
Fair use, fair use.
It's been a really, really challenging decision to make. This is the second time in my career I'm doing this, and I do not want to do this. The last time I did it, I cried. This time I hope to be stronger. If you're on this call, you are part of the unlucky group. Your employment here is terminated, effective immediately.
I've been in mortgage for almost 20 years. I've been through AmeriQuest layoff, Countrywide layoff, Capital One layoff. Nothing had ever gone like this. They've been so obtruse and so just passionate is the only way I know how to say it. None of us had received an email about what was going to happen, and it was hours later before we got anything. And here I am, I need to call my wife. My kids are in private school. I've got 5 kids, and it's like, how do I tell her what just happened? I have no information.
I want to stop right there. So the gentleman, the CEO basically said, hey, the guys that he was about to call off, either he sent them an email or through live Zoom, that they were terminated effective immediately. And the guy was stating like, hey, I didn't get a notice. I didn't get an email. I didn't receive any notification of this. I have 5 kids. So that's the difference between someone who is probably somewhat prepared versus someone who's not prepared versus someone who is prepared. Because some people you may not even hear say anything because they're prepared for the layoff. They're always prepared to be laid off. They're always prepared to be fired. They're always prepared for their business to go under. Because here's the thing. Murphy's Law, anything that can happen will happen, essentially, okay? That's why you see a lot of these CEOs start stepping down. Have you noticed that? Like, we talked about this last year, how like 5 or 6 major CEO step down, and then this year you saw Bill Gates step down. You saw Jeff Bezos step down. I don't think Elon Musk is stepping down any soon. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, you don't know your job. You could be the best at your job. You can be one of the leads at your job. There's no guarantees that you'll have that job tomorrow. Like literally, when I saw this story, I said that's typical. That's typical. They can come in and fire you at any time, because a lot of states, when you were signing your contract, when you were going over your negotiating, they have a portion of your contract called at will. At will meaning that they can fire you anytime they want. They can wake up, you're like, you know what? I don't like Ross no more. You know, but let's let him go today, guys. And they can just fire your ass just like that. So a lot of you are having a great time, blowing your money, saving a little bit, maybe investing a little bit. I'm telling you to turn up. 2021, right now. Don't wait to 2022. Okay, we only got, 20 days left or so. Don't wait to 2022. See, this mindset of, I'm going to start doing these things in 2022. I'm going to start working out in 2022. I'm going to start treating my wife or my husband better in 2022. Hell no. What you want to do is start developing a mindset of now, right now. That's what you start into doing, because tomorrow of your status, of your financial income is not promised to you. So stop fooling your damn self. And see, somebody asked me a question. They say, well, Ross, how much money is enough? There's never enough money. There's never enough money. You know why? Because I'm going to look at a Warren Buffett. I'm going to look at a Jeff Bezos. I'm going to look at a Bill Gates. I'm going to look at a Jack DeLalo. I'm going to look at billionaires. I'm going to look at a Damon John. I'm going to look at a Oprah Winfrey. I don't agree with some of the people I'm saying of their personal, but I'm talking about just their bottom line, the amount of money they have in the bank. Do you know they're still investing in other organizations and other companies? Do you know they're still trying to grow their portfolio when it comes to their assets? Do you know they're still trying to become richer and richer and richer and richer? Why do you think Oprah Winfrey has a network? Why do you think Oprah Winfrey has a magazine? Why do you think she has all of these shows? Why do you continue to see these people over and over again in all these facets of business? Because they know that no number is enough. Because they know at any time a lawsuit can occur. They can have a tragedy in their finances. One of their accountants stole some money, or they didn't file their taxes correctly, and some federal entities come and take half of their riches. No amount of money is never enough. So the question to you is, are you doing enough with what you have to increase your bottom line? That's the question I have for you. Good morning, Mitchell Liggins, Clara Parker, and Judith Wright, and also Jody Stevenson. See, this is the thing I like to talk about, because I don't think people are as passionate about money than I, because we have all of these other beliefs and things that we like. Oh, money is not about it. Money is not everything. You know, I'm more spiritual. I'm more nature-based. It's all about the energy. Okay, there's a time and place for that. But people who speak like that, ask them what they do for a living. Ask them, would they willing, would a couple of more dollars in their pocket be better for them? See, what I noticed that when people stop talking about money, I realize they're either really well off or they're really freaking poor. That's what I've noticed. Okay, it's always that middle class. We're always trying to find a new hustle. We're always trying to find a new investment. We're always trying to do the next big thing to increase our bottom line. Here's the thing, what I realized. You have a busy life, right? You have a family. You go to work 8 to 10 hours a day, and you don't want to come home and read 15, 20, 30 minutes of financial news. But this is where the information is to increase the amount of knowledge you have of where you're putting your money at. Now, on Saturday, I'm gonna do one of my cigar talks, and this is gonna be financially based. I know a lot of times I do politics, but Saturday I'm gonna do mostly finances, because I want to teach and show you guys how to buy a house with your IRA, where it stays essentially your IRA and you don't pay any taxes on it. Okay, because your IRA is an investment tool, where that investment tool can buy an investment asset. Okay. So your individual retirement account, you can actually go and purchase an investment property, a home or land, and keep it inside of the IRA and continue to make money compounding interest each and every month, each and every year. I'm gonna break that down to you guys. This is one of the things I'm gonna briefly go over. There's so many things that you can do with finance with the little amount of money that you have that can exponentially grow profit, that can exponentially put more money in your pocket over the course of time. See, right now, there's all of these journals and studies out showing people that you're going to need anywhere from $2 to $3 million if you were to retire at the age of 65. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, I'll be working this job till the day I die, because they probably like what they do and they like to get up and do something. Most people do not want to work till freaking 65, right? You want to travel, you want to see the world, you want to taste other foods, you want to experience other cultures. You might want to go scuba dive, you might want to go skydiving. There's so many things on your bucket list that you want to do. And you're like, hey, man, around 65, I just kind of want to chill. I don't want to be doing nothing extravagant. How are you going to get there if you're not investing a certain percentage of the amount of money that you're intaking? And guess what? Again, I have to really kill the nanny on this one. There is nothing promised about your job. There is nothing promised about your business. Your business can tank. Your business can go through an audit, and your CPA made mistakes on your tax filing, and your business could be $2 million in debt, and that's essentially everything that you have. You will have to liquidate everything you have in order to pay off the federal government. I'm just giving you an example. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but this is the thing. You have to prepare for the worst. I think that we also need to do some classes. I think I'm gonna start really giving you more information about putting a lot of your assets in a living trust. I think that's important. Living trust is a very, very important way to protect a lot of your assets from the federal government, as well as taxes, okay, which is, two fruits of the same tree, the federal government and taxes, same thing, right? But we need to understand these things, because family, if you don't do these things, you're going to get freaking old and you're going to die poor and broke. Nobody wants to die. Did anyone ever read anything about Nikola Tesla? Did you know that he wasn't really good with finances? He was good as an inventor. He was phenomenal as an inventor, but he wasn't good with finances. Do you know, supposedly, that Nikola Tesla died in a New York apartment by himself, lonely, and it was roach infested. Basically, he died very, very poor. That's what I'm getting at. Nikola Tesla, one of the inspiration behind Elon Musk's Tesla vehicle, and Nikola Tesla also made the Tesla coil unit. He's also one who did DC current and AC current. If you do the research, he developed direct and alternating currents and how to control electricity. See, there's a lot of information that we need to really be well studied about. So it puts my mind on a trajectory of, Ray, what are you doing with your life, right? And my wife gets on me about this. A lot of times I take my time. Like, I've been taking my time trying to buy a property for the last year and a half. And essentially, you just have to go do it, right? But with this, there's a lot of other things that's going on in our finances that are good things, okay? There's some things we want from the house. But at the same time, there's a large portion of our money that we save. Because, here in February, we're going to go to Ghana. We're going to go to Accra, Ghana. And I say, hey, baby, we go to Ghana, I want to fly first class. So, our first class tickets, I'm just giving you the truth here. Our first class tickets for me and our son, for me, my wife, and my son, was $8,000. It was $8,000. Give or take about $7,000. Okay. And then when we get there, we don't know if we're going to stay in a hotel or we're going to do an Airbnb or some sort like that. And then we want to cook inside of that apartment. We want to go to Africa in style. We want to go to Africa, living great, feeling great. We want to go on all the tours, want to do all the activities. So we saved up for that. That's why I always tell you guys, make a vacation fund, make a travel fund. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't take care of your finances the same way you take care of your body, the same way you dress yourself and looking good and smelling fresh in the morning, the same way you take care of your kids, then just like anything, if you don't take care of it and nurture it, then it will die. And this is why you're struggling in your finances. See, I know a lot of times people fool you. They drive up in very nice looking vehicles, very expensive vehicles, wearing some of the finest garments that money can buy. And then you look at their credit cards and they're maxed out. And you look at their bank account and they're living paycheck to paycheck. This is why saving and investing your money is something that you can do on your own, that you can do by yourself, that you don't need anybody. Again, your job, your business, whatever you may be in, whether you're an entrepreneur or not. I don't care how deep you are into the business. I don't care how knowledgeable you are in your field. It's not promised. It's not promised at all. So I just want you guys to take care of yourselves. Again, we started off talking about Bitfarms. I bought, let me see here, about 33 shares when the market opens here, 8:30 Central Standard Time. But nonetheless, family, thank you for staying with me as long as you have. Have a great and wonderful Friday. I'll see you guys on Saturday. We're going to get into some financial talk. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money. Boy, that's a very important slogan that I've made for this channel. Learn money and be inspired. That's that inspiration you should get about when you're learning money and you're understanding how the economy and how you play a role and what you should be doing with your money and how to grow and acquire more assets and build more profit and how things can compound on each other. Everything else will become easy. You'll start understanding the world through a different lens. The world probably start looking like the Matrix or something like that.